Right now, a massive industrial transformation is unfolding across Texas. And look, this isn't just about growth, it's a full-blown evolution. Today, we're going to break down what this boom actually means for manufacturers and how you can navigate the new digital frontiers it's creating. So, let's dive in.
To really wrap your head around the scale of what's happening, just start with this number: $3 trillion. That's the projected gross state product for Texas by 2027. We're not talking about a little uptick here. This is an economic megaregion creating absolutely unprecedented opportunities and, let's be real, some serious challenges for everyone involved.
And that's the key takeaway. This is not just another business cycle. The Texas Triangle, that area connecting Dallas-Fort Worth, Austin, San Antonio, and Houston, it has literally become the epicenter of America's industrial renaissance. The stakes for any business operating here have never, ever been higher.
All right, so here's how we're going to tackle this. First, we'll take a tour of this new epicenter to see what's happening on the ground. Then we'll get into the modernization mandate this growth is forcing on everyone. After that, we'll dig into the solution, starting with building a new digital headquarters, then adding an AI co-pilot, and finally laying out a clear strategic roadmap for you. Okay, first up, let's look at the actual physical evidence of this boom. You can see it from the highway, you can see it in the headlines. It's a true industrial gold rush, with these massive projects creating one single, interconnected ecosystem across the entire state.
Just look at the insane scale of these projects. We're not talking about small factories. Texas Instruments is putting up to $60 billion into Sherman. Samsung is dropping $17 billion in Taylor. And these aren't just isolated events. They are anchor projects, creating entire ecosystems of suppliers and talent all around them. This is generational investment happening in real time.
So let's take a quick road trip through the Triangle. Up north, you've got Dallas-Fort Worth and Sherman forming this incredible semiconductor and logistics anchor. Yeah, TI's megafab gets the big headlines, but just as critical is the explosion of hyperscale data centers needed to power all this new AI. It's like a dual engine of growth firing on all cylinders.
Head south on I-35, and you hit what they're calling the Silicon Spine in Austin and Taylor. Samsung's enormous $17 billion plant is the center of this universe, creating this gravitational pull that's sucking in a whole galaxy of suppliers and R&D centers. It's turning the whole region into a global hub for advanced electronics.
Keep going down the corridor, and you get to San Antonio, which is carving out its own really unique role in all this. It's becoming a powerhouse for heavy equipment, anchored by JCB's new $500 million facility, but it's also plugging right into that tech ecosystem, supplying the advanced materials and infrastructure for the state's growing network of data centers. And our tour finishes up in Houston, which is maybe the perfect example of the old and new Texas converging. The city is leveraging its global energy dominance to attract high-tech manufacturing. I mean, when you have companies like Apple and NVIDIA setting up AI facilities there, you know Houston is a critical hub for both energy and advanced technology.
So, the opportunity is absolutely historic. But here's the catch. This kind of explosive growth creates a huge problem. It is a breaking point for legacy systems. The old ways of doing business, the spreadsheets, the phone calls, the faxes, they just can't keep up.
And this really is the core question every single manufacturer in the Triangle needs to be asking themselves right now. Your factory floor might be scaling to meet demand. That's great. But can your sales process, your quoting, your customer service, can it handle the speed and the complexity of this new world? The difference here is it's night and day. On one side, you've got legacy systems, totally bogged down by manual processes and data that's trapped in different silos. And on the other, you have modern commerce, driven by automation and unified data. The gap between these two worlds, that's where businesses in this new Texas economy will either win or lose. So, how do you bridge that gap? Well, it all starts with building a new foundation, what we call your digital headquarters. Think of it as the central platform for managing all of your modern B2B commerce relationships. A truly modern B2B portal really rests on 5 key pillars. You need a powerful pricing engine for all those custom contracts. You need a digital workflow for quotes and negotiation. You absolutely need real-time inventory visibility. You need a central hub for all your tech docs and marketing. And finally, it has to be able to handle complex buyer approvals. If you get these 5 things right, you've built yourself a powerhouse.
Now, the technology that makes all of this possible is called mock architecture. I know, it sounds super complex, but the idea is actually pretty simple. It just means building your system from flexible, independent parts like Legos. This approach gives you the ultimate flexibility to adapt and grow, so you are never, ever trapped in a rigid, outdated system again.
Okay, once your digital headquarters is built, it's time to give it a brain. And this is where AI comes in. Not as some sci-fi concept, but as a practical, everyday co-pilot that can supercharge your day-to-day operations. And listen, this isn't optional. This is a heads up. Forrester predicts that by 2026, 1/5 of B2B sellers will be negotiating directly with a buyer's AI agent. Think about that. Your platform literally needs to be smart enough to talk to another machine. The future is coming at us fast.
So what can this AI copilot actually do for you? For starters, it can make product discovery 40% faster. In a world of complex parts and supply chains, that kind of speed is a massive competitive weapon. It works because the AI understands what your customer means, not just the exact part number they typed in. It understands their intent.
Next up, it can increase your average order value by up to 30%. How? Well, AI-driven recommendations provide smart, relevant cross-sells and upsells that your customers actually want. It's all about being a better partner to your buyers by anticipating what they're going to need next.
And the impact doesn't stop at the sale. It extends all the way to the back end. By automating fulfillment and optimizing everything from order routing to pick paths in the warehouse, AI can lead to 50% faster order processing. It connects smart selling on the front end to smart delivery on the back end, which is absolutely crucial for keeping up with this kind of demand.
Okay, so we've covered the historic opportunity and the game-changing technology. Now let's bring it all home with a strategic roadmap. 6 clear, simple steps to turn all this knowledge into real action.
Let's walk through these, because this is where the theory becomes practice. First, adopt a unified commerce model. You need all your data in one place to make fast, smart decisions. Second, invest in AI-powered tools for quoting and pricing. It's about speed, sure, but it's also about accuracy in a volatile market. Third, modernize that dealer experience with a self-service portal. Make yourself easy to do business with. Fourth, prioritize integrating your ERP. It is the single source of truth for your operations, and it has to talk to your sales platform. Fifth, focus on workforce resilience. You've got to train your team for the new digital and electrical skills this boom demands. And finally, align with environmental mandates. Sustainability isn't just a talking point anymore. For your biggest new customers, it's a deal breaker.
And so, we end right where we begin. This new industrial revolution isn't coming, it is here. And its epicenter is Texas. The technology and the strategies exist to thrive in this new era. The only question left is your business built to win?